We are presently at Whistling Pines Foliage with Alan, grower-owner, who will walk us through the greenhouses and explain to us his experiences with Berger BM4 Euro. My primary question to you, Alan, is what mostly impressed you about this mix?
Okay, we had used other products in the past, and our supplier went out of business. So then I started shopping around for a good mix that was consistent. And I tried a few, and Berger was the most consistent mix of all of them. And every time we open a bag, it's exactly the same product. We don't have any guesses. There's not anything half a bag mixed one way or half a bag mixed another. Everything is very, very consistent. And it doesn't matter what size pot we use. We have the same exact consistency, the same type of root development. We get good, strong roots with a lot of root fibers. And I can show you a couple plants here if you want.
Sure, go ahead.
To give you an idea of what I'm talking about. You know, this is a stock basket of Arbicola, and you can see the root system in here. There's a lot of real good, strong, mature roots, and we still have, this basket is probably 2 years old. We still have new root development coming on off of the mature roots. Here we've got a Petrocroton that's been potted up for about 5 weeks from a plug, not from a cutting, but from a plug, and you can see the great root system that we have in this. And this is about 5 weeks old. And then over here we have a stock pot of a Burgundy, Ficus decora Burgundy. And again, you see a lot of new root development growing and a lot of mature roots at the same time. So we get a consistent root system from the beginning right on till the end of when we need to use the product.
Alan, if you don't mind, can you take the time to expand on root performance, such as quickness to rooting and overall root health?
Sure. This is our ivy house, ivy stock, and when we used previous soils, we would be able to stick a plant and hang it in approximately 8 to 9 weeks. We're able to do that same process now between 6 and 7 weeks. This plant was stuck on April 24th. It already has a hanger on it, and it's already been hung. And that is only 6 weeks, I believe.
Great.
So, you know, that gives a lot faster turn on the beds. Therefore, we need less square footage, you know, more dollars per square foot. And you can see we've got a real nice root system here. A lot of new fibrous roots starting to come off of the main roots, and we can hold the soil together, and this plant's ready to be hung. So it's ready to go. It'll take 10 to 12 weeks to grow out from here to where we can cut once and use the eyes to re-stick the next beds.
Great, thank you. Alan, with such an extensive root system, do you anticipate any changes in your fertilizer practices in the future?
I'm looking forward to it, Brian. I think in the past we've been kind of if it's Tuesday, it's time to fertilize. And now with the consistency in the root system, the consistency in the soil, we're going to be able to really focus on some of the more technical aspects of growing. And with the help that our sales rep has given us, doing the soil samples for us every couple of weeks and getting us the reports, we're able to really pinpoint the spots that we need to focus on with the nutrition.
With such a healthy root system, have you seen any change in your fungicide program?
Yes, we still use the same chemicals, but we use them less frequently. With our dish garden product, which is rooted plants that are potted up into Berger soil, we get an extremely healthy root system. We only have to apply fungicide one time, and we have not seen any pythium or root diseases forming in the dish garden since we started using Berger soil.
Alan, before we conclude today, I have several other questions to ask you. First of all, what is your customer response to a change with the BM4 Euro mix?
Well, as you know, not everybody pays attention to what we're doing, but one of the larger growers in the Apopka area buys some products from us, and they've decided to switch over to Berger soil. And I think they're using multiple different mixes of your product. And from what they tell me, they really enjoy using it.
Second question is, how do you rate the quality of our service?
The quality of the service has been fantastic. No matter what we've needed, we've been able to get a response from either our sales rep or from the main office. all the products that we use, and we do use other products, not just the BM4. We use the BM6, and next year we're going to start a plug line, and we're looking to use your plug mix. But every time that we've needed something from the office, we've received it, and it's been just a fantastic relationship so far.
Thank you for your time, Alan, and I appreciate the time that you spent with us and the information that you shared with us. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's been my pleasure, Brian. Thank you.
Today we are at Transgrow in Immokalee, Florida with Jim, production manager, who will share his experiences growing in Berger BM2 in the transplant of vegetable seedling production. Jim, what impressed you most about the BM2?
Well, I've been trying it for a year now, and what I've liked about it, it's been very consistent over the year. And in my industry, I need consistency. It has good root development, good dry back, and it's been very consistent.
Jim, can you elaborate on the root performance regarding quickness to root, overall health of the root?
Well, in this particular soil, the soil here, since it's in smaller cavities, it tends to dry back nice and even and wets up evenly. So I could irrigate accordingly and fertigate accordingly to that, so it gives me a nice consistent product.
Jim, with vegetable seedlings, how important is the starting pH and EC?
The pH is important for seed germination, particularly in tomatoes and pepper. And because our water has such a high bicarbonate, it raises the pH of our soil. So coming in with a steady, consistent pH as this soil, it helps us tremendously.
Thanks. Jim, before we conclude today, I have several questions to ask you. First question being, how is the customer response to the mix?
Well, the mix has helped our quality of our plants, so the product has been very well received, and we had a good response to it.
Second question, Jim, is are you happy with the yield?
Surprisingly, it doesn't look as big as the other skyscrapers, so I was a little skeptical about the yield of the tray amounts soil I was going to get, so it's been yielding very well.
Jim, last but not least, what do you think of quality service by Berger?
The service has been very good. It's been timely and responsive. Very happy.
Thank you for all the information and the time that you have spent with us.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.